Good afternoon, YouTube. This man on the Radio Joy page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, he's at it again. I don't know why. As you know, it was about a few months ago, Bellator and Scott Coker cut 30 fighters from their roster. Well, this was posted on an MMA website that Dana White is now thinking of cutting 60 fighters from his roster to the UFC. Now, Dana White, he's a cheapskate and he's an ass. And with this things going on with the pandemic and everything else, he feels like it's not worth keeping so many fighters on call. So, he's decided he wants to, thin the herd a little bit and get away with fighters that he feel like are not really up to standard or they're just not really worth the money anymore. So one thing he did yesterday was he cut Yoel Romero. As you know, Yoel Romero has been he has been a contender for the middleweight title at least about 2 or 3 times in his career. He fought Robert Whitaker twice. He fought Izzy Alexander for a while ago, and he's been on like a 4 fight losing streak. And Yoel is a former Olympian champion for the country of Cuba. And he's been in the UFC for quite some time. Most of some people say because he's getting over 40 and they want to push in and bring in some new people. But you know what? Somebody who should get cut? Platinum Mike Perry. I like to call him 10-4 Perry. This guy, he's been on probably on about a 2 or 3 fight losing streak. He lost to Cowboy Cerrone. Then this is from a fight where he got his nose put to the side of his face. And he lost about a few weeks ago in another fight. And then with his reputation, the fighting the old man at the bar, stalking his ex-wife, saying the N-word. I mean, but that's the reason why I think they didn't want to keep him. But he don't need to be on there. Another person like who might get cut, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Now I like Cowboy, he's a good dude, but then that fight against Conor McGregor, he could have fought a little longer. Come on, man. But he's been kind of on a losing streak himself, and Cowboy's been aware for a long time. He's very outspoken, especially the issue he had with the evil Winkle Jack Jim. And Cowboy's been around for a long time. He's been with the UFC since almost to the beginning. And then there's somebody else that Dana probably would love to get rid of, and that is the Diaz brothers. Now he's not a fan of neither Nick or Nate. And it's been a while since anyone fought. I think Nate fought about maybe a few months back, and Nick fought last year when he fought Jorge Masvidal, and he hadn't fought since. And I think he don't get cut. And then also in over there the women's division, most notably Randa Quiet Marcos. He's been gunning for a long time. Remember, she did an interview with my man Coach Ted Harris where she had an injury. She didn't want to fight. That was against Marina Rodriguez, but they made her fight even though she had an injury. And most people felt like if she lost against Rodriguez, she was gone. But the fight ended with a draw. And then she lost the fight, I think it's Claudia Delia. She beat Angela Hill. But then the loss against Mackenzie Dern, which could have been a win. But what happened? What she did, so she's been having a target on her back for a long time. So I think most definitely she's been gone. And also another person I think is going to be gone is Hannah Cyphers. Hannah's been the punching bag for the strawweight division for quite some time. Her last fight, she fought Amanda Ribas at 125, and she lost that one. And Hannah is a natural 105. She's a natural atom. If she goes to atomweight, I think she'd do better than new Straw. Straw is too big for her, and so flies way too big for her. And I like Hannah. I hate to see her, get put out like that. And also, most definitely, Rachel Ostovich. Rachel has been a fighting losing streak ever since she got into the UFC. She only had that one win when she made her debut. She'd been losing against KKK Lee and against Paige Van Zandt. And then, she was suspended for eight months for testing positive for taking a performance enhancer. And then what happened to her last week against Norma Dumont when Norma Dumont just smashed the girl. She's pretty, she got the looks, but she's not fight material for the UFC. So I think she's going to be on the list of who's going to go. So this Lex Luthor looking mofo, he's ready to cut. And there's some fighters that he cut that should have got cut. Like most definitely, one notably, Chris Cyborg. He got away of a super fight a future fight between Cyborg and Nunes, and he does, and we all know he has issues with Scott Coker going back to the early days when they bought out a Strike Force and the UFC was starting up, and he just he has his favorites. He'll keep somebody like Kobe Covington around, and other fighters that kiss his tail and believe in his narrative. That goes to the White House and shake hands with Trump. But that's the thing is, that's how it is. He's just this. I've said it before. He's in the way of some real success. He's in the way of the UFC. Like I said, one thing he could have do like this: put some fighters. If you're gonna have fights, go ahead and pre-select your fighters, put them in a bubble, like the NBA and WA did when they had their when they were playing, and even the NFL does it. And then you protect the people from COVID because you have a lot of COVID cases that hit and a lot of injuries. And it's just a thing. But he's all about the dollar, but he doesn't really want to spend it if he gets it. And that's how with rich people. They like to sit on their money than to give it away. So anyway, best of luck to any fighters who get cut. You still got Bellator where they pick up new fighters. For some ladies, you can go to Invicta. There's LFA, and if ever they start back up, there's PFL. And also, hey, bare knuckle boxing. I think Bitch Correa might be good for that one. It should be all the way George Page. Like, don't like, I'm out. And to you,